Okay, now that we've covered scene collection and profile, I'm going to go on to the next one up here, and this is tools. We click on tools. This is auto configuration wizard. It's beta, which means they're testing it. Um, and essentially, if you click on this, this will set you up where when I click on auto configuration wizard, optimized for streaming, recording is secondary, optimized for recording, and I will not be streaming. If you click on this and you say next, what this is going to do is it's going to go through the auto configuration. We'll look through all of your settings and it will set it up according to your processor, your RAM, your network, what you're streaming to, and it'll go through the process of setting it all up. It'll set your what size your base canvas should be, what size your streaming canvas should be, your bit rate, video, your audio settings. It'll do all of that. And it's beta, so it's not really, I mean, it's a good way to start. Go through it, and then I suggest that once you're done, go to settings and go to through the process of correcting the ones that it may have misset. Because it's not perfect, but it will help. Captions experimental. I've tried this one, and for the way things are working with mine, every time I've used it, it's crashed my OBS, so I don't use it. Okay. Automatic scene switcher. You click on this, and when no window matches, you can go don't switch or switch for, and you can set up which scene you want it to switch for and how often you want it to switch. I don't really play with this either because I use studio mode, and we'll be covering that in another video. Output timer, you can set the streaming after, and you'll set a time, and it'll say after how many hours and minutes. You can enable streaming for every timer. You can set when you want the streamer to stop, and it'll say stop the recording after so much time. So if you got like a live stream going and you want the streaming to stop after an hour. Hey, what's up? I see you. And you can enable recording timer after every time. It'll stop the recording at whatever time you want it to stop. So you can set your your stop stream and your stop recording, and you can enable it for every time you stream or every time you'll record, so that if your recording is going for an hour, it'll stop you right there. I don't use this either, but it's an option that's available to you. The help. You can visit the website. You click on it, it'll open a window. It'll go to OBS project, and you can go home, downloads, you can go to the forums, you can go to help. The log files, it's going to show the log files. It's going to show the current upload log file, the upload last log file, and view the current log that you're actually running. So if you have a problem, you can look in the logs to see what the log says your problem was, and you can make a correction to it. That is your help. Okay. Now that we've covered your buttons up top, we've covered what scenes are, what sources are. Let's go into the mixer. Okay, and what the mixer is you see mic audio, you see desktop audio, and you see webcam. Okay, and these are the different audio functions. If I click into the gear, which is, and I can set filters for it, I can go to properties, cancel that. Filters will show you once again audio filters. You can click it in, and you can go compressor, you can gain, you can put a noise gate, noise suppression, FST2 plugin. That's a plugin that goes for your sound. My suggestion is, I'm a musician, a guitarist. I play drums, I play keyboards, bass. I kind of play it all. My main two instruments are guitars and drums, so I know what compressor, gain, noise gate, and noise suppression is. The easiest way is go to Google and type in what is compression, what is noise gate. It'll give you a good explanation, and you'll understand how each one of these work and how you can apply them to your sounds. Okay. The next one is advanced audio filters or properties. And you got a noise, a volume percentage, and right now they're all set at 100%. You can down mix it to mono, so it's going out in stereo right now. But if I click to mono, when it uploads to my stream, it'll be in a mono. So what comes out one speaker will come out the other. It's just mono. If you want stereo, you leave it on. You can pan to the left, or you can pan to the right. You can sync your offset in milliseconds and here are your tracks, and you can shut off if you don't want certain tracks playing. You can turn them on for all tracks. As you learn your audio and what the tracks do, you're going to make your choices here. It's no reason to actually get into this right now. Just leave them all set. Audio monitoring. Now, if, like I said, you're running an Apple system, one person that I spoke to that I was kind of teaching about this software, when they brought up this, she said that auto monitoring was not there. For Windows, it is. You click it on and you have monitor off, monitor only, and you're going to mute the output, okay? And you have monitor and output. If you click this, it's going to give you the monitor output and it's going to come out your speakers. I suggest you kind of leave monitor off. That way you have no bleed coming out of your speakers, so that as you're live streaming, what's coming out of your speakers does not go into your mic and then cause a bad echo, because it will do that. And it is really, really, really annoying. You'll end up having people that are in your live stream, in your room, in the live chat, or just watching, you'll have them leave because it's so annoying that it's just not worth sticking around. Leave these off. In another video, I'm going to speak about when you're creating a Skype call, things that you should do, because if you do it wrong, it's going to have an echo. It's going to follow an echo, an echo, an echo that just never stops, and it builds on one another, and it just gets worse and worse and worse until it's one big massive blast of sound, and it's not worth the hassle. I'm going to show you how to work through that. So that is that. Now, when I get into studio mode, which will be in the next video, because this is just one I wanted to cover those controls, I'm going to go over transition. I'm going to go over, you've got cut, you've got fade. You can go into the gear. Well, why is it kind of, well, plus you can have swipe, slide, stinger, fade to color, Luna swipe, go into Luna swipe. You can set this up. I'll get into this in a minute. I kind of stepped in just to kind of show you a little bit, but let's not worry about that for right now. So you have these things. I suggest you play around with your mixer. You can actually use this to turn the volume down, as you see where I'm on. Let me scroll this up so you see what I'm doing. My audio mic, I can adjust the levels right here. Desktop audio, I can adjust the levels right here. Webcam, I can adjust. This is your volume slider, so you can do that. Over here on this button here where it shows the mic, if I click it, you see it turns red with X, it shuts that off, so it won't be feeding into it. Right now you see, as I'm speaking, you see my mic audio and you see it bouncing around. It's showing you that I'm speaking. If I shut this off, you see it drops to nothing, and now there's nothing going on. If I use my slider, you can see how it gets less and less and less, so that my voice is lower and lower and lower. You can use this to adjust the audio levels in the different sources that are using audio that you put into your live stream or in your recording. You can use this to adjust the volume levels for each one. So if you want to have music going on at a low level behind you while you speak, you can do that right in these controls, and we'll get into that in a later video. So that's pretty much, let's see now, scene 2. Okay, for example, right here. Let me do this real quick. Mom's music. Let me click it on. Now that I'm on this one, and I have added a source that has audio, when I scroll down, you're going to see mom's audio. And my mother, who passed away in '93, she had a very, very beautiful voice. She used to love to sing, and she had one of those little karaoke machines where you put in the cassette tape and you got the little microphone and you could play your music. You had two cassette slots. You put in the one for the one music and you would press it to press play, and the other one would record it on a cassette. For those of you that are younger, a cassette is a little plastic piece about this big. It's got tape that's on the inside that records your information. But that was a cassette, and that's what she used. And I have another piece of software called Audacity, which I may do some tutorials on Audacity at a later date. And I was able to use this software to clean up the hisses and the clicks that came from recording on a cassette, to kind of make it cleared up. And I used this on a live stream just the other night. So that's why I had it already here. So I used it as an example as audio. Now, with that, I can turn this down. So now it's playing at a much lower level, and I can speak, and behind me you would hear music at a lower level, hearing my mother sing. And you can use this on different videos that you may have playing. You may be having a website that has a video or has audio that's playing. You'll have the ability to adjust all that. As I said, you can go into the gear, you can go into the advanced properties, and you can make the changes to that also here. So that's what your mixer is all about. And now you know what the tools are, and you know how to work and check for updates. Mine, like I showed you in settings, is set to automatically check for updates. But if you want to, you can click on it. And right now, no updates are currently available. I'm currently updated. Why? Because every time I start OBS, it automatically goes to the website to see if there's any new updates for the software. So that's what I have it set for. So now you know about the last two controls and the mixer. And in the next video, I'm going to get into scene transitions, what fade is, what cut is, what other ones you can add, slide, stinger, Luna wipe, and we'll get into studio mode and what's so important about studio mode and how it functions with scenes. Now that you have the basic understanding of the last two items in the toolbar up top, and you have a basic understanding of mixer and what it does, hit me, give me a like, share the video for those that are YouTubers that are live streaming, that are looking to bump up their live streams. Give it a share, let this get out. I appreciate you all taking the time to watch this. And so with that, peace, my friends. I'm hoping so far this has put you on the road where you're already streaming with this software. Talk to you at the next video.